Good evening, everyone. You see me again. So firstly, I want, so Amitabh sir kind of stole the show, and I would like to start by requesting all of you to kind of applaud for yourself and the people next to you for all the contribution that MSME have done for India today. Thank you very much for all the contribution. I know how difficult it is to kind of do this. Our GST has doubled, so thank you very much for the contribution. So I'm going to carry forward what I said in the, and Amitabh sir also spoke about it. Indian companies, we are micro businesses, we have medium businesses, we need to scale now. The biggest challenge, like I spoke before, is when you are a micro business, you are the superhero, right? You are running your business, it is your way, you're there in every sales presentation. I've met founders who take like 6 calls a day, somebody going to the customer meeting and he's sitting in the parking, in the car parking, and he's taking a customer call from there, doing a demo of his product, right? So you're the superhero in that case. Now you want to scale. See, either we stay there, because I call it self-sufficient people, and I don't know how much of credit is an issue. I know it is an issue, but otherwise our mentality as Indians, including me, is I don't want to have a loan. Right? I am sufficient, I can run this, and this is what I'll be happy with. If that is the case, then great. But if not, if when we're looking to expand, go into the next level, this has been our learning as well. The next level is when you get to 250 people, 300 member team, right? Then you need a team to perform for you, to be able to do those calls, to sell and everything else. But if you want to become that large enterprise, we have to automate. And most often, automation is misunderstood. When I say automate, it is not the tools. Tools come later. Automate is the entire business process, right? And when my one of the questions for the interview for this event was, how is G7 heading towards becoming Atmanirbhar? And I said, we're doing a lot of things on our own, like without anybody's support. We've built the business so far, so what else can we do? And then I understood the true meaning of that is we becoming that large enterprise, where our business is no longer dependent on heroes like us. It's running on its own and become multinational organizations. So there is dearth of international Indian companies globally per se, but there are some amazing companies we already have. We are the second largest hotel chain in the whole world. We are sitting in one of them. After Marriott's, Taj is the second largest hotel chain in the whole world. So there are traditional businesses like that, but if you have to build more of it, we need to move to tech, right? Now, sir gave multiple examples, so many examples of cost of sale reducing, right? From $10, $100 to $10. That's happening how? Tech first, right? Today, if you go into an app, you can buy insurance, you can buy things, you can do stuff. All that is happening because they bought in tech. Tech is driving the business, but at the end of the day, it is your business, right? You decide how to operate it. So my humble request would be, if you are looking to scale, please automate. Firstly, the processes, people, everything, and then bring in the right tech to be able to, see what happens is when you move to large, you suddenly start losing control of your business, right? That is dangerous. That is where data comes into play. So that is where you have to bring in data. You should be able to monitor what is happening across the business processes that you're doing. That will kind of help you scale. You have the right people, tools, and everything for you to take it from there, right? So that's my humble request. One, start thinking about tech if you want to scale. Second thing is decision, right? Now, a lot of us think enterprises are doing everything right? That's not right. These are simple things I'm telling you based on what motivates me to say I can become a large enterprise, right? Biggest telecom service provider, right? I'm shifting houses from one same complex from one place to another place. I call for service request to move my Wi-Fi connection. I have 2 of them. I wanted to move, and I wanted a 3rd line because I have 3 floors. It's a villa, basement, ground. I get 3 calls, 3 technicians assigned. One to give me new connection, one to move 1 floor connection, another person to move another floor connection. Can you believe it? This is the largest telco, and we think they have the tech right. So it is this fundamental simple thing of how you want your customers to interact with you, how you want them to buy your product, how you want to service them. These are not challenging. This is what you as a business owner can always think of, and that will become your differentiator, right? And some of them tell me, I don't know where to start, and this is the starting point. What is that thing that does not let you go to sleep in the night? That is what you need to identify. Once you've identified that, solving it with tech and everything else is a lot more easy, right? So I tell them, bring me a business problem, and then you talk to the right experts. Like we do that for a lot of businesses. They come with a problem, and then we say how tech can solve that entire cycle. And it does not have to be what somebody else has done. It does not have to be proven. The moment you go into that proven method, there is no differentiator. When there is no differentiator, there's no difference between you and the competition, right? When tech comes, when you're investing, it has to become your differentiator because you're going to be spending the money. Now, the second question I get asked is, just I'm not tech. I don't understand, right? You know, sir also spoke about Zerodha founder. You know, he's the youngest billionaire today in India, but he does not have a formal graduation, okay? And he currently owns the largest stock brokering online platform, right? You don't need to know tech. You have to bring in the right people when it is needed, right? So that's from the tech standpoint. The next is I don't have money, right? Maybe this will cost a lot of money to automate. See, when somebody tells me, okay, I also met a coffee shop owner, so he currently has 5 stalls. I think he wants to expand. He wanted to know how can he use AI. I told him, what is your problem? When you want to set up a new stall, you're worried about, is that stall going to make the same amount of business as the other 5 stalls, right? Or what is going to be my ROI? To figure that out, you can actually use AI. Check the footfall in your current stalls and see in the area where you want to open a new stall, will you get the same kind of footfall? If you do, then you go ahead and set up that. So that's an informed decision, right? That is what you can do when it comes to, so I lost my thought, sorry. So what I mean to say is, see, that's how you figure out how you use tech. My only simple thing is, if you don't know if I'm doing the right thing, I'm investing in the right tech, just ask 3 questions to yourself. The first question is business viability. When you say business viability, if I'm going to invest in this tech, how much of ROI am I going to get? Does it make sense, right? I'm spending $100. Will I be able to make $1,000 in the next 12 months by implementing this? If the answer is yes, you should invest. The second question is adaptability. Most of the time we implement technical tools. This is for the medium segment. And then the teams don't use it. And half the time you end up scrapping it or forcing them to use it. That's what happens. So you have to check the adaptability of the solution that you're implementing. The third question is technical feasibility. Okay, this is all great, but it's going to cost me $1 million today, right? It is not feasible. I don't have to invest so much in tech. So if you answer these 3 fundamental questions, you will definitely know the business case that you're solving for and you want to invest in tech. Does it make sense for you to do it now or no, right? And now coming to the hot topic of the year, I can say, is AI. Everybody is talking about AI. So if you don't have this tech foundation, that is where you have to start at. I was giving this example earlier on as well. So that is where you start your digital footprint, your tech footprint, be able to acquire customers, right? Second thing is acquisition cost for an organization is always high, right? Once you acquire. Once you hit that medium size, what happens is retaining your customers become equally important, because you'll be filling in, but your pipeline will reduce because you've already acquired so many customers. But then if your customers are churning, then that means your business is not doing well, right? It's not going to sustain. So it is very, very important that at that point you have the right type of data, right? And when you have the data, you need to analyze it to know where you stand. So you have the data. First step is analytics, to know where you stand, to get the facts right. And now you want to do something that you have no idea about, right? You want a magician to tell you if this will work or no. And that's what AI is about. That's what it can do, right? Tell you what you can do more with your business. So that's why there are so many models, right? Sir spoke about they using a machine learning model to give loans based on cash flow. And I know businesses today, which are digital platform, food delivery platforms, they have a daily cash flow target. And if their cash flow target is not met by 12 o'clock, they'll give you 30% offer on their app. You'll get messages, ting, ting, there's a off of 30%. Why are they doing this? Because they have to meet the cash flow requirement for that day. So that is where tech companies are heading at, and that's what AI can do. Whether we like it or no, there may be a lot of questions about is it safe and all of that. A lot of things are safe. You need a right partner to be able to do it. But if you don't catch on to it, by the time your team figures out कि ये मेरा existing customer है, there may be another partner saying, sir, you're working with this partner. He's our competition just because you're working with him. I'll give you 500 rupees more discount or $500 more discount. So that is what will eventually happen. So we have to go together, and I think I also want to see a lot of Indian companies becoming large enterprises. To solve for this, how can G7 do? What can G7 do as much as an organization we are? See, we are investing, or we are giving away $10,000 worth of investment for you. You can use it to implement anything on data and AI, so you don't have to pay for it. So if it's going to cost just $5,000, $6,000, you don't have to pay for the implementation at all. That tech service is coming free from G7 because it comes from, we've been there, we've been in SME, MSME, we've grown from there, but we're proud of it. We don't want to be a unicorn, or because the chances are very bleak, right? We've built what is called a sustainable business, right? We've been profitable from the first year, and that's how businesses should be built. And that's what MSMEs and SMEs are to India. We build profitable businesses. It's just that we should learn to scale that business. With that, I'm sure most of you would have met my team. So we have a stall at the back. We have a fantastic card available with the $10,000 investment. Please scan it. If you know how you want to use this $10,000, please go ahead, think about it. I gave you the basic tips. Just measure on 3 things: business viability, adoptability, and technical feasibility, and then you will be done. And you select that, you fill that form in, our experts will reach out to you, we'll do that implementation free for you. But in case you don't know where to start, we also have an expert consulting team available. So you can, while filling the form, submit that you need help, and our team will again talk to you and help you build that case for what kind of services you can avail using data and AI. So that's about it from my side. Thank you very much.